Welcome to Ventriloquist University. We're so glad to have you here. I'm especially happy to be here. My name is Maegan, and I am here with the incredible Mallory Lewis. She didn't come alone, you guys. Obviously, she brought...
Of course she brought me, because otherwise nobody would want to talk to her.
Oh, wow. I mean, I don't know if she's wrong. You might be right. You might be right.
I'm
but we love you
always
both.
right.
We love you both, and we're so excited for you to be here. And Mallory, you wrote a book. We're so excited to have it here at the Ventriloquist Convention this year. Can you tell us more about this book? What it's about?
The book, do you want to do the title?
The book is called Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop, the team that changed children's television. But mostly it's all about me.
It's actually mostly about, you're the co-star, but it's really, Mom was one of the first women to have her own production companies. And, we as women know that it is not an even playing field now, but try 1950. It was really not an even playing field. Wow. So it's the story of, people think they know my mom. They think they know all celebrities. Well, all you know is what the person has put out there. Mm-hmm. Mom was a fully three-dimensional human being. She had highs, she had lows.
She had a daughter.
Yes, she had a daughter. And, so this is really the real story of Shari Lewis, not the nice little lady who played with puppets story.
This sounds amazing. I've already bought the book, actually.
Have you read it?
I haven't read it. I
it's
just
really
bought it yesterday.
Good, and there's pictures in it. There's lots and lots of pictures.
Oh, I can't wait.
And at the very end, there's lamb recipes.
See, that sounds perfect. That sounds like the perfect, fully dimensional
my mom
woman you're
loved
talking.
to go into restaurants and order lamb to horrify people. But as we say, lamb has been feeding our family for years.
That's amazing.
I think she needs me.
We're so thankful for you and all of your many relatives. So very excited about this new book. You have to check it out if you haven't already. Let's dive into maybe talking a little bit more about some things that we can find in the book. So can you talk about Captain Kangaroo and the origin of Lamb Chop? Let's start there.
The origin of Lamb Chop is kind of murky. I thought I knew the real story. Turns out I didn't. So let's first start with the origin of the physical lamb chop. When a mommy puppet and a daddy puppet love each other very much. No.
That's precious. It's precious.
I was told that my grandfather, who was a vaudevillian and a magician, Peter Pan, the Magic Man, the official magician for the city of New York, I was told that somebody came up to him and said, "Your daughter is a ventriloquist. Well, my daughter sews, so my daughter sewed a present for your daughter." Now, I grew up with that as the origin story. Turns out, not true. There was a woman whose name I'm blanking on, Lillian, maybe, who was a famous felt artist, which I didn't even know was a thing. And she made felt dolls. And Mom saw some of her felt dolls and designed Lamb Chop and asked her to make a felt puppet, except it was a sock puppet. So again, I would say if you are out there, ask your parents stories of their childhood, because when they are gone, you no longer can ask them. But then the story I was told, I think is true, which is that Mom had kept Lamb Chop under her bed. And the Captain Kangaroo company called and said, "We love you, but we hate your dummies. Do you have anything else?"
And she said, yes, I do. I've got the cutest little lamb ever, and her name is unimaginatively Lamb Chop.
Oh.
What an incredible, that was just something that was kind of there that she reached back to, mm-hmm. And now that is the icon that is so beloved.
I'm an icon.
You are an icon. Speaking of this iconic character, Mallory, you've done such a beautiful job in continuing the legacy of this icon. I would love to know, what does that mean to you? How has your relationship with Lamb Chop changed over the years and evolved? Has her character evolved as you built that relationship?
When I first met Mallory, she was a baby, and she pooped her pants. But
We've all been there.
Yeah, but then she stopped doing that, and so we became really good friends when she was little. And for 1 year, when she was 6 years old, we were the same age, and then she kept growing and growing and growing, and now she's old and wrinkly, and I'm still 6.
I am not old and wrinkled.
She's not. You can
Stop
tell.
that. So yeah, Lamb Chop has always been my sister, and my relationship with Lamb Chop is very different than my mom's. My mom was Lamb Chop's mom, and I am Lamb Chop's sister, and not one that she has a huge amount of respect for, quite clearly. But yeah, keeping Lamb Chop alive was when my mom died. I got a lot of letters saying, "Is Lamb Chop dead too?"
And I'm not dead. I'm very, very, very extraordinarily alive.
Yes, you are. And we're so thankful. So thankful. The spark is still there. The magic is still there. Speaking of spark and magic, there is an amazing exhibition at the Vent Haven Museum. There's an amazing exhibit with your mom, Shari Lewis.
Curated by my friend Lisa.
Curated by Lisa Sweezy.
Lisa Sweezy, who is a rock star. If you ever have an event you want to organize properly, call Lisa. I'll give you her number.
You have it here.
Pat Primer, who is my mom's master puppeteer, had a sort of traveling exhibit of Lamb Chop, Charlie Horse, and Hush Puppy and some of their clothes. And 2-3 years ago, someplace in the haze that was the pandemic, the Museum of New York did an exhibit for a number of months. And when it was time for it to come home, I think Lisa had been asking for a few years, and I'd always gone, nah. And I thought, I don't want to store that at my house. Lisa! So we're very honored because it is this is the opening of the new museum, and Lisa's featuring the exhibit.
And you get to see my underwear.
It's not your underwear, honey. It's just some gowns.
90s. Still very excited to see the Lamb Chop's 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fredericks of Hollywood.
One of the interesting things as we were looking at this exhibit, we have some incredible, as you mentioned, soft figures from your mother. Now, she also had her hard figures, though. So where are those?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No, my mom was not sentimental. I'm glad she kept me, but she did not.
Really?
Nope.
No idea where they are?
Nope.
That's crazy. I feel like there needs to be a treasure hunt.
A nationwide search.
Private eyes, the whole shebang. We need to figure it out. Well, thank you so much. We're kind of coming towards the end of our time, so I want to make sure
How
that
did
we
that
get...
happen so fast?
I don't know how it happened so fast, but don't worry.
I like this. This was
I
fun.
really like this too. You're very easy to talk to. I see why Mallory didn't want to let you go. I do want to ask, what do you think, because you are a well-established ventriloquist in your own right now, what makes a quality event act in your opinion?
The relationship between the puppet and the puppeteer. That's all that it's about. You can, I'm also a fan of if people don't move their lips, otherwise it's puppetry, not ventriloquism, but that's a whole other matter. It is entirely, a good vent act is a good comedy duo.
I love that.
And it's purely, you got to love your puppet, and your puppet has to have firm opinions. When we used to write for Lamb Chop's Play Along, Lamb Chop was a 6-year-old girl, the youngest. Hush Puppy was an 8-year-old boy, classic middle child. Charlie Horse was your classic big brother. But the characters are as well defined as any character in MASH or Modern Family or any other Succession. And so you have to have a very well-defined character, and you have to have a very well-defined stage character, and then those two characters interact.
Yeah, that's such good advice. It really, really is. And obviously, your mom was one of the best examples of that. We see that with you and Lamb Chop.
And just remember, your puppet is the star.
I love that, especially when it's Lamb Chop.
Especially
Most
when
definitely
it's
when
me.
it's Lamb Chop.
Can I give you a kiss?
Oh, please do. Oh my goodness. Are you crying? because I'm not crying. Before we go, because we are here at the Ventriloquist
This is
Convention.
the song that doesn't end. I'm sorry.
It's
Go
the
ahead.
interview that doesn't end. Please let it be the interview that doesn't end. Do you have a quick story that maybe is one of your favorite stories to share that you remember about your mom?
My mom was very funny. And being a working performer is once you give up dignity, the rest is easy. I remember my mom was performing at a state fair, and her dressing room was a trailer behind the stage. First of all, if she had to go to the bathroom and she was in her gown, the gown wouldn't fit in the toilet in the trailer, so she had to pee into a soda cup. And then
Glamour.
between the stage and the trailer was where they walked the cows for the 4-H. So Mom had to have 2 stagehands come and pick her up and carry her to the stage because she had these long gowns that she didn't want trailing through the cow pucky. So I would say that's one of my favorite mom stories. But I think the most telling was she was someplace really cold, like one of those cities where the buildings are connected by tunnels. And she got to the stage and did her rehearsal. And then in that period of time between the rehearsal and the performance, a blizzard came in. And there were only 3 people who had made it to what had been a sold-out stadium. And of course, the house said to my mom, "You don't have to do your show for 3 people." And my mom said, "If they cared enough to come to my show in the middle of a blizzard, I'm going to do a show for them." And she did a full show for them. So she was both
amazing.
funny and practical and very professional.
Yeah, and both of those stories that you share, like, just display such a resilience.
Yes.
And, like, just pluck, you know? I know that's a
Yes.
word that we don't use very
No,
much
I like the
anymore.
word pluck, pluck,
Yes.
pluck, pluck, pluck.
That's an impressive ventriloquist flex, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mallory. And lamb chop.
I have a very talented tongue.
Yeah. Ooh, you heard it here. Last question for
Yes.
you, Mallory, because we have so many young ventriloquists coming up. It's an amazing thing to see. Do you have any advice for ventriloquists who are just getting into this?
Yes, get your college degree.
Like Ventriloquist University degree, or you mean
that
like
would
a real
be that,
college?
that would be a good one. But show
Both.
business
You
is
need both.
very, 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 very hard. It doesn't matter how talented you are if you're not also lucky, and you can mess it up really quickly. You get your lucky break, you had better be ready. And I really would say to everybody, have a backup. I'm a writer. I've written 20 novels, so you have to be able to, it's a longevity thing. If you can't stay in the game until you make it unless you can eat. And your mom and dad don't want to support you. So that's my advice.
I love that. And I feel like there's this overarching kind of theme of like that art of the pivot, that we hear about, and just that ability to like flex and you pivot to what you need to, and certain things.
Yes.
Your mom did that well, you do that well.
As my mom said, if you're going to stay in show business, for a long time, you're going to have to reinvent yourself again and again and again.
That's amazing.
It's a privilege to do what we do. But again, your parents don't want to support you. Get a job.
I love that. Real life, practical. We've been inspired. We've been challenged. That feels very on brand for
You're
you.
very on brand.
And lamb chop, it is. I want to come in so close to you, but I have to make sure that the microphone can hear me. But
You can come in.
my
I'm
impulse
coming
is
close
just
to
to
you.
cuddle with you the whole time.
Because amazingly, as long as Mallory stays near the microphone, you can hear me.
That's amazing. I really want to make sure that you guys don't forget, because I don't want you to miss out. We've got the brand new book that's out, written by Mallory Lewis, and a foreword by David Copperfield.
Yes.
Very cool. Shari Lewis. The name of the book is Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop.
The team that changed children's television. Say it.
Okay.
Team
The team that changed children's television.
Very good.
And she should know. She should know. She's half of that duo. So please get that book, read that book. It's a beautiful book. You're going to learn so many things, so many anecdotes, but it's inspiring. It's amazing. Thank you for writing it. I know that writing is not easy. It takes time.
I had a
and
great
heart.
partner. My partner, Nat Segaloff's amazing.
Oh, I love
He
that.
did the hard stuff.
I love that. Well, we're so thankful. So be sure to get the book. It's out. And also the Shari Lewis exhibit at Vinhaven Museum.
Curated by Lisa Sleazy, who's the best.
The Genius Curator. It's a beautiful exhibit, and the museum is beautiful. Please check it out. We've got a body double.
Dottie Doddle with me, and Hush Tutty, and Charlie Horse, and my lingerie.
No, it's your gowns. Your gowns.
Lamb Chops lingerie. You got to go check it out. Thank you so much.